Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have a video talking about the content for today on FIFA 20 Ultimate Team. Now I am very confused in terms of what the hell we have got today because Summer Heat has been a really good promo. And it's not ruined or anything by today, but I'm just confused. I'm really confused. So we start off today with the Summer Heat Paulinho SBC. And, yeah, I'm just a little confused. Like, I don't understand what the goal is here. Now, if we take a look at EA's Twitter, EA on Twitter says, silver-rated player items given massive stat boosts. So, I just want to talk about this as a concept because I'm actually not opposed to this, right? I think this is actually something that's pretty cool, and I think would be warranted with certain circumstances. So, Paulinho is a 71 rated overall, right? This guy has been boosted +3, but if you actually take a look at the in-game upgrades, he's got +17 pace, +25 shooting, +22 passing, +20 dribbling, +18 defending, and +21 physical. And when we take a look at his card, he's high, medium, and 4-4, right? Brazil in the Bundesliga is a very nice link situation to have. The issue with this card is that, yes, it may help people down the road with objectives. That may be a thing. You have 6 days to do it. So there might be some kind of crazy objectives going into the weekly objectives on Friday. But my large issue with this guy is that EA don't let you use this card in a mode that would be sufficient to use this type of card in. I guess what I further mean by that is that this card being a 74 doesn't really help you do anything, right? So, like, in a perfect world, in a perfect gaming format, right, like every other game, you'd have tournaments available. There's no tournaments available in FIFA 20. That's the problem. So you've basically now got the opportunity to unlock this card and go into Div Rivals, or go into, like, I guess, online friendlies with this guy. There's no tournament mode. There's no silver mode, right? Like, in a perfect world, you'd have a tournament every week that had a new silver player, or, like, maybe a silver tournament that would win you a 50K pack every time you won it, once a week. And then you could unlock this card and go right into it. Now, the more confusing part about this, now we take a look at the card. It's got good in-game stats. The more confusing part about this SBC is that EA said it's 130K. So it's 283 squads. And I think that, for a lot of people in the community, is very confusing. 283 squads for a 74 overall player just doesn't really sit right with people, I think, with a logical thought process. I just think that's so confusing. So this was a little bit confusing from EA. I don't really understand the goal here of what they're trying to do. And I'd like to understand it, but as of now, I think you guys and myself don't understand it because a couple of reasons, right? We don't have anything related to silvers in this game. And secondly, the weekly objectives a lot of the time are refreshing on Thursdays, Fridays, or just random days. So it's kind of one of those things where do you do the SBC or not? And do you bank on EA, releasing some kind of weekly objective that requires silvers? And then you say, oh my gosh, I got Paulinho, I should be really excited, right? So that's, like, kind of a little confusing for me in terms of that SBC. Now, I think what's cool is that EA are also attempting to do, things like dropping, Partybag SBCs daily. Those are a little expensive in my opinion, but I think that nobody's going to complain about any of the objectives. These have all been really good. I think this 50K pack, like, I'm a fan of this, guys. The 50K pack is definitely something that I'm okay with. I like it. I think it's something that's decent from EA. I think they're doing a decent job here with dropping a 50K pack. You play some online games. It's not a bad way to go about it. I just think for the fact that we're now in July officially, we could stop saying it's June. It is July. Wow, shout out to that, lazy buyer. Yeah, but the fact that it is July now, guys, and we're still seeing, this type of content, bro. 74 rated. I just don't know. I just don't know how useful and how good it is at this point in the year. So I wanted to kind of talk about it with you guys, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on it. Like, what do you guys think about it? What do you guys make of that type of content? A 74 rated player coming out. I also wanted to go over a couple things with you guys real quick. Summer Heat best of team. We talked about this yesterday, and I wanted to talk about it with you guys today. So Summer Heat is apparently this best of is going to be in packs until Friday. That's what it says according to the EA Sports website. So a lot of people have been asking me in my comment section and in my streams, when do the best of players go out of packs? Now, what do I mean by best of players? This would be like the Lewandowski, these types of players. These guys go out of packs on Friday, July 3rd. So today's July 1st. And then on Friday, there should be another set of players coming into packs. That's my assumption. It says we'll recognize the selection of best of campaign items by re-releasing them in the past. And then right here, period 2, these are for the reward packs. I don't know if it says the exact time when they're supposed to come in. But yeah, it's definitely Thursday or Friday. These guys are out of packs. I'm actually expecting some of these lower tier cards to go up out of packs. So if you guys have some, I guess, available coins, I think like a good look specifically would be the headliners because these are live cards. So there are still games going on. The seasons have been delayed a bit. So I wouldn't mind you guys picking up some of these guys of players that you think are hot or are potentially playing well. I think these guys could go up out of packs, especially if they're like more of a meta card, like a Varane, these types of cards. Salah's got a lot of hype right now, so these types of cards are ones that I would look at. But I think what I would be more careful with, guys, is just looking at the shapeshifters right now and seeing the massive drop that these guys have all had in price because they've all had a really big drop. And I think I would be worried about that for the reason, guys, that I think is going to happen with Flip Birthdays. I think a lot of these cards are going to have the same thing happen to them, guys, very soon. Flip Birthdays should be in the next round with Future Stars, I'm assuming. It'll be Flip Birthdays, Future Stars, and they'll probably toss in some Team of the Seasons, right? I think they got to start tossing those in. But you guys can see there's a pretty nice panic sell going on with some Flip Birthdays, right? Bale's from 500 to 440. A lot of these guys are starting to have nice drops in price. Griezmann's now 417. Rashford's 440. People are now starting to anticipate that these cards are going to be coming into packs, which I do understand. I think there might be a point where they get too low and they actually do rebound. But you guys got to understand the supply and the care, right? Because there's two different things. The supply that is going to be coming and also the community's actual care level for these cards to hold value and for the community to keep playing with these cards is very low. It's at a lower point than it's ever been. So a lot of the time what's going on is when these cards, kind of do get back into packs, they're just free falling. And it kind of does make sense. So I would expect that these cards probably would drop. Tomorrow's a rewards day. I think we have the same rewards, guys, as last week. I really don't know what to expect, man, because the market for the rewards the last 2 weeks has just kind of dropped. So I don't really know what's going to happen tomorrow with the rewards. I'm kind of not too sure about that. And then also in today's content, we also got a team of the week in which we have a new version of Ramos, a 92 inform Ramos. We've got a new version of Sadio Mane. Other than that, not really too good. The good news is this is not in red player picks. So in red player picks, guys, all it is the 90 plus rule, which is a good thing because if this was in red player picks in July, I think nobody would be playing Weekend League. I'm going to be playing some Weekend League this weekend. I don't know how much. I can't make any guarantees. But we should be having Ibrahimovic done very soon. This should be done probably by... I'm thinking it's going to be done by tomorrow or tonight. I would like to get it done tonight. I don't know the team I'm going to use yet, but I would love to use my Ronaldo with Ibra. That would be a really cool partnership to use. Probably would be a little stiff, but would definitely be fun to use. I would like to do a summer heat type of team, but I'm still pretty far away from the 91 Bruno. I've still got to play 8 more games to get 91 Bruno. Once I do get the 91 Bruno, I've only got to assist a through ball using Fernandes in 2 separate rivals matches, and then I have to score and assist with 4 Portuguese players in my squad. Let's see, play 10 rivals matches for... to get the 92 is not all that bad. We're going to have to play like a bunch of more rivals matches. Then Mendy, we're making some better progress with. We just got to get the crosses done and the games played to get the 89. We're almost at the 89, which is good. And then we got to just play games. Obviously, I think we have to assist with him in 10 rivals wins to get to 93, which is going to take some time. But Mendy is worth the time put in because that card is fantastic. And obviously, you guys know, with our back line, we do have Ramos, right? I'm using a certain team right now to get these objectives done. But we do have Sergio Ramos, guys, which is very important, right? Because Ramos is a player that is going to link to Mendy. And it's actually crazy. I was talking about my stream yesterday, but it's insane to me how good Ferland Mendy is because Mendy, I've been having to use his Footmas card, obviously to get the 87, which I now have, but it's insane to me how good his Footmas card is because it's like I haven't even noticed him being poor at all in any type of way. So it's been very impressive to me. And Firmino's been growing on me big time as well. And it's the rival stuff, man. Like I really wish it wasn't in rivals because for this time of the year, I feel like there's the people that are doing these objectives. There's not really anybody parking the bus hardcore. I haven't really seen anybody playing like super sweaty with god tier teams. I don't think those people are playing rivals anymore. But if EA could just put this in an open matchmaking mode or a different type of mode, or let you do it in multiple modes, I think this would be so fun because the objectives, I'm not even having the worst time doing these right now, but it's still very sweaty. I was just picturing if they had ever put these in like a complete open matchmaking mode, I mean, these objectives would just kill it on FIFA. It would be so much better if it was that type of way. I think one thing really else that I'm very confused with this year is just this kind of tab, bro. I can't believe this milestones tab is just so poor. This milestone tab is just horrible, guys. Like the fact that, this is even a thing with these horrible cards, man. These cards were horrible. In the only card this year in the milestone tab that people really thought was actually good was Politano. This is the only card I saw any type of good player using this year that was actually usable down the line. So, yeah, the milestone tab for me was super confusing this year. I think that's about it for the chat today, boys. I think that's all we really have to talk about today on FIFA. I don't think there's much else. Again, in the description below, guys, any discount to Scuff controllers, Run the Full Market 5% off, 10% off, 5% off. Clips channel from the stream highlights, different types of games, and then player reviews obviously going up on the second channel. So you guys want to check out those links, they'll all be in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys soon. Peace.